built to win. Applied myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse. Mine, it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it, they told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie, I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like told me, keep on running, toes they gon' take them. Refuse to lose, built to win. Applied myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win. Yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win. Applied myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of BWT. I'm your host, Teddy, and today we will be recapping the series between the Yankees and the Mariners on Monday through Wednesday, and then we will be recapping the series between the Yankees and the Mets, also known as the Subway Series that happened over the weekend. But before we get started, I want to make sure that you guys are liking this video and subscribing to the channel so you don't miss out on any other videos that I will be posting throughout the season. And I also want you guys to make sure that you guys are subscribed to the rest of the Refuse to Lose network. We've got plenty of shows covering multiple sports. We got CTC, Carl Talking College, gives you everything you need to know about college football and college basketball. We got RBO, Real Ballers Only. That is an NBA show where he goes in depth about the NBA. Playoffs are ramping up. Got to the conference finals now, so you know he will be dropping some new videos soon. We got FFC, Fantasy Football with Coach Coombs. That is a fantasy football show. He gives you everything from who to sit, who to cut, who to add, and all that stuff. Everything fantasy related. Make sure you tune into him. We got In the Red Corner with Tomo, Ricky, and Ty. That is a boxing show, one of the hottest shows on the network, numbers wise. So make sure you tune into that if you are a boxing fan. We've got Unfazed with Joe and AJ. It's two of the top debaters in the Refuse to Lose community. They made their own show and they go live every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, covering multiple topics across the NBA and NFL. And they are also rivals in both sports, so that's what makes this show so exciting. Make sure you tune into that. And then lastly, we've got the main show, Refuse to Lose. That's with Joe, Dave, and Tomo. That is basically the sports center of the network, covers everything in all types of sports. They go live every Tuesday and Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure you tune into that. And before I move on and I forget, we also have Dave's Doghouse by Dave. This is a show that puts out the highlights and the lowlights of the week. He usually goes live one time a week, so make sure you tune into that. Time varies, so I can't give you a set date, but he gives you everything good and bad in the sports world. You can be a reporter, you can be an agent, a player, a coach. If you're in the sports world and you do something great, you will be roaming around in the yard with the dogs. If you do something bad, you're going to be in the doghouse. So make sure you tune into all the shows on the network. If you are wondering where you can find that, you can click one of the links in the description. They take you right to the channel that you are looking for, and hit subscribe so you don't miss another video that they drop. Now, we get into Yankees versus the Mariners. This going in was anticipated to be a great series because both teams are at the top of their respective divisions, and the Mariners are always a very good team. Uh, Judge always has great numbers in Seattle, and man, the pitching for the Mariners has always been top notch. It's just always been, will their offense catch up, right? And we get into game one. We got Clark Schmidt going up against Hancock. In the bottom of the first, Julio Rodriguez starts off with a solo home run to get the Mariners on the board, 1-0, his seventh of the year. And then in the top of the third, Trent Barry Bonds Grisham hits a solo home run to make it 1-1, his 11th of the year. And then Jorge Polanco comes up in the bottom of the third with a solo home run, his 10th of the year, to go up 2-1. Then in the top of the fifth, Trent Grisham continues to hit the cover off the baseball with another solo home run, his 12th of the year, to tie it up at 2. Paul Goldschmidt comes up with an RBI single to make it 3-2. Cody Bellinger comes up with an RBI single to make it 4-2. And Austin Wells comes up with a 3-run home run, his eighth of the year, to make it 7-2. That was a big inning by the Yankees offense, was much needed at that point in the game. In the top of the seventh, Austin Wells comes up with a sac fly to make it 8-2. And then Dylan Moore comes up in the bottom of the seventh and hits an RBI single to make it 8-3. And in the bottom of the eighth, things get a little closer when Kyle Rowley comes to the plate and delivers a 2-run home run, his 13th of the year, to make it 8-5. And in the top of the ninth, Anthony Volpe hits a 2-run home run, his sixth of the year, to make it 10-5. And Aaron Judge comes up with a sac fly to make it 11-5, which ended up being the final score. Uh, Clark Schmidt got the win, going 6 innings, giving up only 3 hits, 3 earned runs, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts, 4.73 ERA. Hancock gets a loss, going 5 innings, giving up 8 hits, 7 earned runs, 4 walks, 5 strikeouts. His ERA in the year is 6.91, and his record is 2-2. Well, actually 1-2. Sorry about that. And Schmidt gets his first win of the season. If you're wondering why this is only his first win, it's because he started a little late because he was on the IL to start the season. When we go to game two, we got a very good pitching matchup between Max Fried and Brian Wu, some of the top arms in the entire league. You got Kyle Raleigh coming up in the bottom of the fourth for an RBI double to make it 1-0. And then Anthony Volpe comes up in the top of the ninth to reach on a fielder's choice, ties up the game at 1. And then in the bottom of the 11th, Crawford comes up with an RBI single to walk it off. Mariners win game two. Both starters get the no decision, but Fried goes 5 innings, giving up only 4 hits, 1 earned run, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts, and his ERA in the year is 1.11. And Brian Wu goes 6 1/3, giving up 4 hits, no earned runs, no walks, 6 strikeouts. His ERA in the season is a 2.84. The winning pitcher was Legumina. He's 3-1 on the year with a 2.08 ERA. And Tim Hill gets the loss, his first loss of the season. His record is 3-1. His ERA goes to 3.86. And we go to game three, the rubber match of this series. We got Will Warren going up against Luis Castillo. Another great pitching matchup. In the bottom of the third, Julio Rodriguez comes up with an RBI double, 2 RBI double to make it 2-0. In the top of the sixth, Jason Dominguez gets the Yankees on the board with an RBI double of his own to make it 2-1. Then at the top of the seventh, Paul Goldschmidt continues to stay red hot at the plate. He hits a solo home run for his fifth of the year to tie it up at 2. And then in the top of the eighth, there was a pitch that this pitcher just wishes he can get back because Aaron Judge hit an absolute moonshot where nobody on the field moved. It was a complete no doubter, 15th home run of the year, and his and the score was 3-2, which ended up being the final score. Yankees take this series. Will Warren goes 5 innings, giving up only 4 hits, 2 earned runs, 1 walk, 9 Ks, and his ERA is a 4.61. Castillo goes 6 innings, giving up 6 hits, 1 earned run, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts, and his ERA on the year is at 3.65. Um, this was a big start by Will Warren going up against an offense to the caliber of the Mariners right now, where they're at offensively, and going up against one of their aces as well. That brings out the best of you. Seeing the opposition bringing their best guy out on the same day that you're out there, and I've been begging Aaron Boone to leave this guy out there and fight through his wounds and fight through his little battles that he's been having, because he's a rookie and he has a very short leash on Will Warren, and his last 2 starts were amazing. Just there's no other word around it. Um, and he continues to show that the Yankees got a guy in Will Warren. And then we go to the heavily anticipated Subway Series between the Yankees and the Mets. This was in the Bronx. Juan Soto's return after signing with the Mets, taking the 765 that he was offered with the Mets, and rejecting the 760 that the Yankees offered him. So this was going to be a lot of boos from the crowd, and a lot of pressure. I would say, for Juan Soto to perform and be a big part of his team's success. In game one, we had Carlos Rodon going up against Trevor McGill. In the bottom of the third, Paul Goldschmidt starts the scoring off with an RBI double to bring in 2 runs, RBI single to bring up 2 runs to make it 2-0. Anthony Volpe hits a sac fly to make it 3-0, and then Oswaldo Peraza gets a walk with the bases loaded to bring in a run that was to bring the score to 4-0. A very shaky inning for McGill. He just couldn't find the strike zone at all, and when he did, the Yankees made him pay for it. Uh, in the top of the fourth, Brandon Nimmo hits an RBI single to make it 4-1. In the bottom of the fourth, Goldie comes up with another RBI single to make it 5-1. And then Dominguez hits a ground ball for an RBI to make it 6-1. Great team at bat. And Francisco Lindor comes up in the top of the ninth with an RBI double of his own to make it 6-2. Rodon gets the win. He goes 5 innings, giving up 2 hits, 1 earned run, 4 walks, 5 strikeouts, 3.17 ERA. On the year, his record is 5-3. McGill gets the loss, going 2 2/3, giving up 4 hits, 4 earned runs, 5 walks, 4 strikeouts, and his ERA on the year is 3.74, with a record of 3-4 on the year. And Luke Weaver comes in for the save. Things were getting a little dicey in the end. So with Juan Soto coming up to the plate, uh, Weaver comes in and throws a couple pitches, going only a third of an inning, giving up no hits, no earned runs, no walks, no strikeouts. He got Juan Soto to pop up to the center fielder for the game. His ERA on the year is a .44, and that was his 5th save of the season. Great way to start the weekend off with a win. Um, Juan Soto was booed. He took his helmet off, tipped his cap to the crowd as like, yeah, you guys got it. And then when he went out to right field to play defense, the Yankees fans turned their back on him, just like he turned their back on the fans in the offseason. I thought that was great. With yeah, there's gonna be some crazy fans and um, some crazy words being thrown at you, but that to see that when he went out there for the first inning playing defense was honestly hilarious, and I loved it. Um, we go to game two on Saturday. We got Clark Schmidt going up against Canning. We got in the bottom of the third, DJ LeMayu hits a solo home run for his first home run of the season to go up 1-0. His first home run since 2023. In the top of the fourth, Pete Alonso hits an RBI single to make it 1-1. And then Mark Vientos hits a sac fly to make it 2-1. In the bottom of the sixth, Cody Bellinger continues to stay red hot, hits a solo home run to tie it up at 2, his sixth home run of the year. And then in the top of the ninth, Lindor hits a sac fly to make it 3-2, which ended up being the final score. The starting pitchers both get the no decisions. They Schmidt went 6 innings, giving up only 3 hits, 2 earned runs, 5 walks, 5 strikeouts, 4.41 ERA on the year. And Canning goes 5 1/3, giving up 7 hits, 2 earned runs, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. His ERA is a 2.47. Garrett gets the win, making his record 1-1 with a 1.00 ERA. Cruz gets the loss. His record goes to 1-2 with a 2.66 ERA, and Edwin Diaz gets his 10th save of the season with a 3.00 ERA. And we go to game 3, Sunday Night Baseball. Everybody in America is watching the rubber match of this series, determining who wins the series, who gets the bragging rights. And you got Max Fried going up against Doug Peterson on Sunday Night Baseball on ESPN. In the bottom of the first, Cody Bellinger hits a 2 RBI double to make it 2-0. Then at the top of the second, McNeil hits an RBI single to make it 2-1. And then at the top of the fifth, runner on third, um, Max Fried skips a ball and it gets past the catcher for a wild pitch, which ended up bringing in the run to tie it up at 2. And then in the bottom of the eighth, Corbett Vivas hits a ground ball to Alonso with a runner on third, and Dominguez was that runner on third. He broke on contact, and that forced Alonso to try to make a play at the plate, and he could not make it. He completely airmailed the throw. It was not even close, like at all. He dropped his arm slot, and the ball just took off on him. Yankees were able to take the lead at 3-2. Great at bat by Vivas. This was 11 pitch at bat coming up off the bench for a guy that just got called up a couple weeks ago because of the injury that we had to Cabrera, Oswaldo Cabrera, in the Mariners series. This was big for him. 11 pitch at bat, fouled off tons of pitches till he got one to put the ball in play and get that run in from third. And then Paul Goldschmidt comes up with an RBI single to make it 4-2. And Cody Bellinger comes up with the bases loaded and hits a grand slam right over Juan Soto's head in right field, in the first row of right field, to make it 8-2, which ended up being the final score. That was Cody Bellinger's 7th home run of the year. Max Fried was Max Fried. He goes 6 innings, giving up 3 hits, 2 earned runs, 2 walks, 8 strikeouts, 1.29 ERA on the year. And Peterson goes 6 innings, giving up 3 hits, 1 earned run, 4 walks, 4 strikeouts. His ERA on the year is a 2.86. They both get the no decision. The winning pitcher was Devin Williams. He goes 2-2 on the season with a 7.31 ERA. And Ryan Stanek gets the loss. He goes 1-4 with a 3.71 ERA. This series literally showed us that what the Yankees did as a plan B was better than getting Juan Soto to re-sign with the Yankees, because Paul Goldschmidt, Cody Bellinger, Max Fried, and Devin Williams were part of that plan B, and they both, all 4 of them, played significant roles in this series. Devin Williams looked the best that he's looked all year, and this is a big moment, right? He came in on Friday night and delivered a scoreless inning to be able to get it to Luke Weaver in the ninth, and then he also does the same in Sunday night He looked great. He had hitters off balance. He faced Juan Soto, Pete Alonso, who quote unquote broke him with that home run that he hit off of him in the postseason last year, Game 3, to send the Brewers home. And then Cody Bellinger just continues to stay red hot at the plate. He's currently on a 13-game hitting streak. He's got like 4 bombs during that hitting streak. He's hitting like in the 300s. So he's starting to heat up. He started off a bit slow, but now he's starting to feel good. Um, and that's exactly what the Yankees fans were hoping to get when Cody Bellinger was signed to the Yankees. Paul Goldschmidt, everybody said he's washed, he's this, he's that, and he just continues to hit. He's batting like 369 on high fastballs at like 97 miles per hour or higher. It's really hard to get this guy out right now. He's constantly getting 1, 2 hits every single game, no matter where you put him in the lineup. So, and Juan Soto goes 1 for 10 in the entire series with I think maybe 1 or 2 RBIs, um, maybe if that. He worked a couple walks in the first game of the series. Carlos Rodon, he came up and in with a fastball at him, right? And Juan Soto like kind of looked at him with a smirk, and it's like, dude, you don't wear the pinstripes anymore. You are an enemy. Like, and that's the reason why the Yankees fans went out there and made him feel like that. Uh, Everyone that was at the game said that it was like a World Series Game 7 type energy in that stadium. You can only imagine it being 2 New York teams and all the talk from Soto to Judge to everybody else that was involved in the offseason talks. There was a lot of, oh, we own New York and the Mets are the best team in New York and all that. When Juan Soto was asked about his decision to go to Queens and play with the Mets instead of staying in the Bronx and playing with the Yankees. And it came out that he was supposed to be mic'd up in the second inning of the game on Sunday night. Uh, every Sunday night baseball, a player goes out there, talks to the broadcasters, answers a couple questions from the Twitter, and I guess he told Mets officials that he wasn't going to do it, and Brandon Nimmo ended up doing the interview during the game. Um, to me, he said that he was tired of answering the questions of why he resigned or why he didn't resign with the Yankees and the whole Aaron Judge Juan Soto comparison, so that's why he declined the offer to be mic'd up, and he also didn't talk to the media after the game. Um, I think he looked like he was having a lot of fun when the Yankees would meet up with him in pregame, right? Friday night, Judge, I kind of ignored him. And then Sunday night, it was national television, right? The captain does what the captain's got to do. Um, and he went over, dapped him up, said what's up to him, talked to him for a little bit. But other than that, it was just strictly business, right? Like I said, you don't wear the pinstripes anymore. You are an enemy. I don't care what you did for us last year, right? Like last year was great, right? But that was last year, and now you don't wear the same uniform. So we gotta treat you like you don't, right? And everyone's saying like, oh, Yankees fans are ungrateful, this, that. They shouldn't be booing. They shouldn't be booing Soto for coming back and not re-signing with the Yankees. I mean, do you remember Robinson Cano signing with the Mariners? Robinson Cano won a World Series in '09. Free agency hit. He decided to go to Seattle for I don't know why, right? More money, whatever the case may be. Came back to New York. He got booed. you're not an exception, bro. You're not an exception. Just like you weren't an exception for the suite that you wanted. Just like you're not an exception for the boos that were uh, thrown at you during the game from all the fans. I'm glad that nobody took it upon themselves to actually have physical harm to Juan Soto on right field. The fans can get a little rowdy, especially with alcoholic beverages being consumed at these events. So I'm glad that that didn't happen because that would have been a really bad look for Yankees fans, and it was just a lot of boos, a lot of funny signs. So it was exactly what I thought was going to happen as a fan. I wish I could have been there, but I had uh I had plans here coaching my team, so I couldn't make the trip. But I will definitely try to make the other one in Queens when they play later on in July, which would also be fun. So I mean, I'm glad we won the series to have bragging rights for the city of New York, and that's about it, guys. I appreciate you guys for watching. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Again, make sure you like this video and share it with any baseball fans that you may know, Yankees fans, Mariners fans, or Mets fans as well. And also subscribe to the network, all the channels on the network. And also make sure you subscribe to BWT so you don't miss out on any of our other videos coming out later on in the year, later on in the season. We've got some special things planned out. We've got teams from everywhere. We got fans from all the teams in the league. Well, most of the teams. Um, and they'll I will be having guests on the show for their respective teams. I got Red Sox fans, I got Nationals fans, I got Tigers fans. So make sure you guys are tuning in so you do not miss out on any of those episodes. Till next time, peace.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.